My name is Matthew Gress, and I provide intraday analysis of Asian equities at Elliott Wave International. My fascination in markets began at an early age, actually. I used to sit on my grandfather's lap as he watched CNN, and I'd ask him what they were doing during the market roundup. And he said, well, they're exchanging shares of stock. My grandparents also regarded me as the quiet child of 5, and they used to take me traveling a good bit. So that was part of my introduction into, the international arena, and hence my fascination with just markets in general. So from an early age, I would have to say as about 5 or 6, I was already exploring these ideas, and then learning more about the markets as I grew up, I basically am where I am now. I like being able to visualize the price progression with Elliott. Sometimes a pattern doesn't look complete, or you're sort of saying, what's missing? And well, it's because the pattern's not complete. And that's the moment where you're sort of like, well, this is where we have to go. We have to complete the pattern. And that's what's very useful to Elliott in my view. Another idea is just the whole corrective versus impulsive mantra, so to speak. Corrective is obviously a pause within the direction of larger trend, and it's usually more choppy and sideways for the most part, or in 3 waves. So I like to find those opportunities, and it's a very good guide for me, because if you obviously want to be in the direction of larger trend, and you don't want to mess around with corrections too much if you can avoid it. So, except when it looks like they're concluding as the pattern completes itself. I try to provide a very succinct analysis. I don't want to have my readers wander about. I want to keep them focused on what it is I really want to achieve here. It's very important to remain patient, and you have to keep on an even keel. It's almost like you don't want to celebrate your winners as much as you do your losers, as much as you mourn your losers, because you have to stay emotionally balanced. Well, I try to keep a relaxed tone for the most part and accentuate my charts with channels. And by using channels, you can tell whether or not a market's going to break out or not. And in the direction of larger trends, say it's a corrective channel, you may have a lot of sideways action. And that's a good sign that you're going to have another breakout if the larger trend is to the upside. So eventually, when it looks like we're going to break out from a channel to the upside, I like to pick up my tone. I like to pick up the pace, so to speak. Not be over exuberant, but just to basically try and convey a different message, a different pace of my analysis and a pace of frequency of my posts, to try and give the subscribers a better idea that it looks like this is finally going to happen. We're finally going to have a move in direction of larger trend after this pause, and that's what I like to do the best.